Good morning, fellow teachers, and welcome to another episode. Whether you're turning in during your prep, sipping coffee before the morning bell, or decompressing after a long day, I am here to lift you up, give you practical tools, and remind you that you're not alone in this work. Today's topic might hit a little close to home: the temptation to lecture. Oh yes, we've all been there. You see a kid push another during dismissal, and suddenly you're channeling your inner courtroom lawyer, giving the "you know better than this" speech, and the kid is just staring at your shoes like they owe him money. Let's dig into why this strategy often backfires and what to do instead. Picture this: your lesson ends, the recess bell rings, and you release your students to the playground. But then Anthony barrels to the crowd, which Anthony does all the time, elbowing classmates on his way out. Your teacher's spidey sense tingles. So what do? You follow him outside, pull him aside, and launch into a passionate, fire-breathing monologue. You are not to push. We use kind hands. I expect better. He stares down, mumbles, "Sorry," and you both walk away equally unsatisfied. That's the moment to pause and ask yourself, did anything change, or was it just noise? Let's break it down of 7 reasons why lecturing doesn't work. Number 1, it's stressful for you. The more you talk, the more drained you feel. You're trying to convince, reteach, and discipline all in one breath. That's a lot of emotional labor, and it rarely pays off. Number 2, it becomes the consequence. Students start to see the lecture as the punishment. If they can survive your TED Talk, they're off the hook, and you're left wondering why behavior isn't changing. It undermines real accountability. Imagine assigning a timeout, but sandwiching in between a lecture. The child no longer focuses on their behavior. They focus on how unfair the whole thing feels. Number 4, it invites argument. Ever notice how a lecture can suddenly become a courtroom debate? But I didn't. He started it. You thought you were laying down the law. Now you're in a back and forth that ends with both of you frustrated. It breeds resentment. Even the kindest kid may walk away from a lecture feeling misunderstood or picked on, and resentment is a relationship killer. Number 6, it eats instructional time. You've got 30 minutes for writing, and 10 of those were spent giving a behavior sermon. Multiply that by a week, you've lost hours of precious learning time. Number 7, your action speaks louder. Kids notice what you do more than what you say, and forcing your expectations consistently and calmly shows you mean business far more than words ever could. So what to do instead? Speak less, act more. Next time a student breaks a rule, skip the speech. Calmly state the rule broken, follow through with the consequence, and move on. It may feel too simple, but it's powerful. Here's how it plays out. Anthony, we keep hands and feet to ourselves. You'll take 5 minutes to cool off before joining the others. That's it. The energy stays calm, the message is clear, and Anthony reflects on his behavior without all the drama. I once had a student who constantly talked during quiet work time. I used to pull him aside and gave him heartfelt talks every day. Nothing changed. So I switched it up. I calmly pointed to the rule on the wall and had him reflect in a quiet space. A few days of calm, consistent follow through, and suddenly he started staying focused. No drama, just accountability. So remember, say to yourself, I set clear expectations. I will follow through calmly. My consistency is more powerful than my words. So teachers, let's give ourselves permission to speak less and teach more. Let your actions do the heavy lifting. Let your consistency be the message. And most of all, trust that your students are capable of learning the right lessons, not through lectures, but through real accountability. You're doing the hardest job with so much heart. Keep showing up. Keep trusting the process. And remember, your calm presence is your superpower. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that these are really helpful. Take care, keep teaching, and I will see you next time. Stay strong out there. Stay strong.